Every day is a fun day when you get to go to Dollar Tree and find new items to craft with. And I love crafting with their wrapping paper. We're going to start with this wood blank. It's in the shape of an ornament. We see these at Dollar Tree all the time for every season. I'm going to take this from Santa wrapping paper, which is gorgeous. I love the red and the white tones. We're going to cut off a piece that would fit the top of the ornament. And then we're going to spray the surface with this Gorilla Adhesive Spray. We're just going to do one coat, let it get sticky. And then we're going to place the paper, flattening it out and removing any bubbles. Once it's attached, we just want to start sanding it in a downward motion on the edges to remove the excess paper. And I'm leaving it in regular time so you can see how quickly it actually removes. But then I'm going to speed it up. All right, so we're just going to do that all the way around, removing the excess paper. And then I want to change the top of the ornament. I felt like it was a little too small. So we're going to take this piece of cardboard. This is just something I had on hand. Any piece of cardboard will work. And I'm going to cut off a piece. It ended up being about 4 inches by 4 inches, give or take. I'm going to round off the top edges, and then I'm going to cover it using this glittery golden vinyl from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to wrap it, removing the excess, but we're just going to wrap it around on the edges. And then we're going to attach it to the top of the ornament using hot glue. Before I add any more embellishments, I want to flip it over and I'm going to add a little ribbon. This is just so that we can hang it. Anything you have on hand is fine. I'm going to hot glue as well as tape it. Then we're going to flip it over again and we're just going to add some of these poinsettias. These are from Dollar Tree. They are a little bit kind of like wrinkled. I'm going to do my best to hot glue as needed so they look nice and pretty. I'm going to add 2 of them and then some of these frosted picks as well as some golden ones. That one kept curling on me. So at the end, I'm just going to kind of hot glue it to where I want it to be. Adding the golden tone really pulled everything together. You can add, of course, anything you want to it. And this is one of the easiest, funnest crafts you can do. You can use any wrapping paper, of course, any design. But I love how simple yet festive it is. Well, let me know what you think down in the comments. I'm going to take these 2 wooden planks that I used for a different project years ago. I had painted it and distressed it using a dry brush technique. I didn't need that project anymore, but I kept the boards because why not? I'm going to start marking where I need to cut because I want to create a planked Christmas tree. So I made a few cuts using my miter saw, and now we have some pieces. We're just going to lining up from largest to smallest. Once I have them lined up, I am going to cover 3 of the pieces using this beautiful wrapping paper. And we are going to cover 3 of the pieces, the top, the middle, and the bottom. We're going to remove the other 2 pieces and put them to the side temporarily. I'm going to add Mod Podge to the first piece. Just a thin layer was sufficient. I'm going to place the wrapping paper right on top, and we're going to smooth it out as much as we can. I'm going to take a light sandpaper, and I'm just going to sand down the edges. I'm going to add another layer of Mod Podge on top to seal everything, and I did the same exact thing to the other 2 pieces. As I'm laying the last layer of Mod Podge on the other one, I am going to put them to the side and let them dry. Now we're going to put everything together, including the 2 pieces. We're going to flip them over and we're going to attach them using a paint sticks. You can use whatever you have on hand. These are just a great alternative, really inexpensive. I'm going to mark with a pencil where I need to put hot glue. This is just going to allow the stick to stay in place while I then brad nail it. Now you can use staples if you'd like. I just love using my brad nailer, so I'm just going to use a couple of them on each plank. Now I'm going to add some greenery. Although you can leave the tree as is, I'm going to add greenery to the bottom plank. These are just a combination of Dollar Tree as well as Amazon picks. I'm going to keep it pretty simple and make sure that it is not overlapping towards the bottom of the tree. And that's it. What a beautiful way to use this wrapping paper. Gorgeous design, gorgeous craft. What do you think of this one? For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we are going to take this foam cone you can find in the floral section, And then I'm going to cut 2-inch strips of 2 different types of wrapping paper. Then I'm going to just cut little slits on one side of each strip. We are going to cover the entire cone with it. And I want to have different layers. Of course, you can use the same wrapping paper if you want. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. And we're just going to do it with hot glue, although you could technically use any other glue that works. But I just find that with hot glue, it just hardens quickly and you can work a little quicker. So again, we're going to start at the bottom. Now it is round and it is also cone shaped. So you're going to have some spaces where you're just going to have to kind of fold. You see what I'm saying? And that's okay. Just take your time, have fun. I had a movie playing, a Christmas movie, and I love crafting and I love this Christmas season. So I just enjoy every process of it. So again, just keep doing that all the way to the top. So I'm just going to add the last piece here. And I did notice that all of the little straps were kind of flat. So I wanted to kind of curl them, just give it a little bit more texture. I'm going to use my fingers and we're just going to start pulling them, being careful, of course, not to pull them apart. And then we're just going to keep doing that all the way to the bottom. And don't pay attention to the remote control. I was setting the channel. You know what I'm talking about. All right. We're going to take this wood stem and this leftover wooden piece from a bottle brush tree from Dollar Tree. I'm going to hot glue the cone tree right on top of them. And then we're going to take one of these small little ornaments from Dollar Tree in the golden tone, remove the little hardware from it. We're going to dent a little hole right there on the top foam. And then we're going to seal those little edges from the leftover wrapping paper just so it looks nice and finished. And then we're going to add plenty of hot glue and add the ornament right on top. I wanted the transition between the ornament and the tree to be smoother. So I'm going to take this matching glittery golden ribbon from Dollar Tree and we're just going to wrap it around. And I thought I would do once and then I decided to do 3 of them. But again, do whatever you want, whatever you feel fit. And I'm going to do the same thing, adding them until I kind of like what I see. And that's it. I think it's so adorable. You can use any paper combination you want. You can use just one, multiple colors, whatever your heart desire. But I think it's so fun. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. For this next Dollar Tree DIY craft, we're going to take this gorgeous and fun Christmas wrapping paper. We're going to cut several pieces here. We just want to be able to cut each individual little tiny design that you see there. They look like stamps and they look like mailing stamps. I'm just going to cut each of the designs and I think they had about 7 of them. And then we're going to take this leftover piece of cardboard from the previous project and we're going to add Mod Podge right onto it. Just a nice medium to light coat would be fine, and then put it to the side to dry. Once dry, we're going to place all the pieces right there on the Mod Podged area. And then we're going to take some parchment paper and we are going to place it on top and we're going to iron the pieces onto the cardboard. The heat will activate the Mod Podge and it will attach nice and perfectly, actually. No bubbles too. A little bit of iron goes a long way. You don't have to keep doing it over and over again. It really activates really fast. Then we're going to remove the parchment paper once cooled down. And then we are going to then just cut off all the pieces into the shape that we want. As I cut the last couple of pieces here. Now I am going to use magnetic strips that I got at Dollar Tree. Sometimes they carry it, sometimes they don't, but I know they have them on Amazon, so I am going to have it linked in my Amazon store, which is linked down below. It's so fun because you can cut it into whatever size you want, and using it for crafts is really fun. So now I'm just going to remove the back just like little stickers and place one little magnet on the back of each piece. This will be great to place on your refrigerator. You can gift them as part of a gift, whatever you want. I think they're just really fun. So I'm just going to place them in my refrigerator and you can see how nicely they stick. My daughter already took ownership of them and she's just signing them and moving them around. But I think it's so fun. Plus they look like little stamps. They have a vintage design to them. Really fun. wrapping paper to work with. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments. I have another video here for you with tons more of Dollar Tree DIY crafts inspiration. Check it out. I'll see you later and have a blessed day. Bye.